Welcome, Biology 1 students. Hope you're enjoying your day off as I am too. I didn't realize we were going to get the day off. Maybe I would have prepared ahead, but that's okay. You never know when snow is going to come. So just want to kind of, your Google Classroom assignment for today is going to be we're going to finish up notes. I just have a few slides left. I also put on Google Classroom the review game we were going to do today as well. So please watch this video, look your notes over, and look at the review game because we're going to take a short test tomorrow. It's not going to be a long one. We have plenty of time. It's going to basically take the place of our exam, and we're going to uh, shorten the test down. So the notes we don't get through today, just disregard. Only study the notes that you filled in prior to today and the few slides I'm going to go over with you right now. So if you look on the screen, you'll see a plant cell. So I want to tell you the difference between a plant and animal cell. Uh, most organelles in a plant and an animal cell are the same. Golgi body, mitochondria, lysosomes, those things, endoplasmic reticulum, the Golgi apparatus, those things we went over in class the other day, they're in both cells, okay? And you're going to have a picture from your collar sheets, if you remember, of an animal and a plant cell, and you need to be able to recognize those structures. So that's part of the test tomorrow. So make sure you kind of look that over as well. The big thing is, what's the difference between a plant and an animal cell? And the big thing is plastids. Plastids are only in plant cells, and that's what makes photosynthesis works. That's why plants can make their own food. They're chemical factories, and they come in three categories. There's three types of plastids: chromoplast, leucoplast, and chromoplast are the three biggies. You can see it on the screen there. And the big one is chlorophyll. That's the most famous one. It's green, chlorophyll, borophyll. You probably heard that from some shows on TV. That's what makes a plant green. That's what makes photosynthesis go. There are some other ones that help. Xanthophyll and carotene you see on the screen. They're yellow and orange, but you only see those in the fall. Okay. So mainly chloroplast and chlorophyll is kind of confusing. Chlorophyll is the one that does photosynthesis and makes the carbohydrates, the sugars that we all rely on for food. Chromoplasts are more of the red and blue you see in flowers and fruit. You're not going to see them in a leaf. They're only in flowers and fruit. And we'll talk more about those in the next try. The next slide, you'll see the leucoplasts. They're not really a visible plant pigment like the other two are. They're mainly there just to store food and join glucose molecules together. Okay. Vacuoles is the other thing that sometimes you see more of in a plant because they're bigger. We have them too, but they're small in our cells, big in a plant, and they help store things. But in a plant, they have something called anthocyanins, which dissolve into those vacuoles, and that's what gives some other colors to our fall leaves that you only see that time of year. Okay, so here's the big thing. Short answer question. You know it's coming. Don't miss it tomorrow on the test. There's three differences. And it's what I have in red. Okay, and that's all you got to put on the test. Plants have cell walls and plastids. That's the two things plants have. Animal cells do not. The only thing that an animal cell has are centrioles. Plant cells don't have those. So if you look back in notes, we talked about that the other day. So make sure, let me say that again, don't miss it on the test tomorrow. Plants have cell walls and plastids. Animal cells have centrioles. So that's the big difference. The last thing I want to cover, I wish I had more time. We were going to do a lab on this, but we just can't afford to do that now, is this last little section you see on the screen. That's passive transport. How do we move stuff into and out of a cell? Passive transport. If you think of someone who's passive, that means they don't like to be involved in things. They don't engage. They like to stay behind the scenes. That's kind of what passive transport is. It doesn't require any energy. The plant just naturally does this without any extra help, and you can see that on the screen. It's this moving things into and out of a cell from one side of the cell membrane to the other. What I have highlighted on the next slide is really important on the test tomorrow, and that is things always move from particles or from areas of high concentration to low concentration. That's called diffusion. So let me say that again. Things always move from high to low. So if I have a bunch of salt on the outside of a cell and not much on the inside, that salt's going to move into the cell. The cell's going to shrivel up and dehydrate, and water's going to move out. Salt comes in, water goes out because we're going from high to low. and that's what causes dehydration and causes us some problems with cells sometimes. The last slide I'm going to put up here, and then we're not going to worry about the rest of them, is just remember what's in red. Movement of materials without using any energy is passive transport. Okay, we'll talk more about this next try, but right now that's kind of what we're going to finish up notes with. So tomorrow the test is shorter. It's just some multiple choice and fill in that short answer question I talked about, and you're going to have a plant and animal cell, a diagram, and you need to tell me what a Golgi body looks like, a mitochondria, those things we went over the other day. Okay, so please don't just watch Netflix all day. Look my notes over, look the review game over. That's going to be your e-learning for this try. It's due Wednesday because that's the last day of our trimester, and we'll take this test and we'll call it good for the rest of the trimester. So please get that stuff done for me, and just look your notes over, especially the stuff we highlighted, and I'll test you on that tomorrow. And we got an extended period, so it's a longer period than normal. We have plenty of time. We may even review a little bit before the test tomorrow since we have the extra time. And then we're going to take the test, and that'll be it. So have a good rest of the day, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.